Okay, hi YouTube, it's me Jana, and I'm doing a questions and answers video I should have done a long time ago, but I just never did. So I kind of just wrote down some of the questions on my phone because I really don't remember who all asked me what or whatever, but I tried to recall all the questions that I received. The first question was, how many children do I have? It's pretty much basic, and I say this all the time, and it's all over my page, that I have 4 children. I have 3 girls and 1 boy. I just had my son not that long ago. So, yeah, that answers that question. And I also get, like, the question, how many children am I going to have? How many children am I planning on having? Honestly, I don't have a set number of children that I plan on having. If I have 10, 12, 30, however many God allows me to have, then that's how many children that I will have. I don't think there's a set number of children that you can or can't have. My biggest thing is if you're a good parent, you take care of your children, you can have as many as you want as long as you are, doing what you're supposed to do as a parent. I don't think there is a set number. Do I have a number? No. Every child to me is a blessing, and I enjoy every child that I have, and I would not choose one over the other. The next question that I have, and it's been a long time, so I hope that this question is not too late, and it's still kind of, this answer is not too late, and it still kind of helps you. As far as school-wise, financially, I do get financial aid, or I do apply for financial aid every semester. I do receive Pell Grants for almost every semester I've ever have applied for. I did take out a loan one semester, but I paid off half of that loan because I felt like I had took too much in the very beginning. I took about $1,000 and paid half of that off. So already. Because I know that once I do graduate, and I think it was a circumstance where I was not sure if I was going to receive the Pell Grant because of how late I was in enrolling into school. And that was actually during my first, when I first enrolled in school and I first started or decided to go to college. So that's why I had that hanging over my head. But like I said, I paid half of that off because I felt like I didn't want to be stuck with a loan. The biggest thing with school, I don't know if you guys know or if you're looking into school, understand that with financial aid, these loans are loans that you're going to have to pay back. Here in Florida, I'm not sure if it's the same everywhere else, but here in Florida, basically you have about like 6 to 8 months to pay that loan back after you're done with school or after you've left school. So if you do leave before getting your degree, you're still going to be required to pay that back after about 6 or 8 months. They're going to start sending you letters wanting their money. So I don't advise you to take out loans if you don't have to. If you know you're going to get a Pell Grant, take your grant or your scholarships and use those, because the worst thing is having to pay that money back after you graduate. If you are not sure if you're going to have a job or not, it's going to be difficult. As far as my grants, the hardest thing was getting into the field of the financial aid process. It's such a long and strenuous process. If you live with someone, if you're not considered independent, then basically if you live with your parents, then you're going to have to get all of their information. You literally have to go and get their tax documents. You have to go get like all kind of different stuff from them showing their information as far as financial situations, because they're going to consider all of that when they give you, when or if they give you the financial aid that you're applying for. I personally didn't have that issue because I was independent at the time when I started going to school, so I was living on my own. I didn't have to do all that. I am so glad I didn't have to do all that. I know some people who have had to do that, and it's just a long and drawn out process, and if you don't have one simple document, you won't receive the financial aid, and it's just difficult when you have to go through 2 or 3 people. You have to go through your parents, and then you have to go through financial aid, and then you have to go through other people that may have to deal with your parents or may have your parents' information. It's just a lot of work. Don't advise you to do it. Well, I mean, I do advise you, like, I'm sorry. It's just a lot of work, and I do advise you to do it. It's just, it's a lot. The next question I got, since we're on financial aid, The next question I got was about assistance, welfare, things of that nature. I've gotten this question more than once, especially from people who also have a big family like myself or have more than 2 children in the household. As far as assistance, we don't receive that much assistance, although we're not above it at all. I am open to receiving any kind of help whatsoever. I personally cut corners. I will try to cut corners in any kind of way that I can. If I can shop at a thrift store or Goodwill to get anything, then I will. There, as far as my children's play clothes or clothes that they just kind of run around in, most of those, if not all of them, are older clothes that I just haven't thrown away because they're just going to ruin them anyway, or they're Goodwill clothes. As far as myself, all of my clothes pretty much come from Goodwill. I don't think I really even shop at regular stores for myself. So yeah. Or they've been given to me. I mean, I really don't. I don't take myself to the store and buy clothes. I just don't know why. I'm just not the type of mother to spend more than 10 or 15 bucks on myself. I just don't do that. When you have a big family, you'll kind of understand why. I mean, I don't spend more than like 15 or 20 bucks on myself. I just don't. As far as any kind of assistance, okay, let me think. We don't really get any assistance that I know of that's money-wise, unless he's getting something I don't know of, but we don't get any kind of assistance at all, money-wise. As far as food stamps, of course, yes, I will take those. If I could get more, I would get more. I get food stamps. Everything else, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't get anything else other than that. I would love to get more than that, but that's it. And I only believe that I get that because of my household size. And honestly, if I sit here and I tell you that I don't need or don't want any assistance, that is a complete and utter lie. I don't know many families that are more than 2 children in the family that do not receive some type of assistance, whether it be financial aid with school or financial assistance with welfare, as in, actual money, or food stamps, or insurance. I mean, I don't know much of any families that don't receive any of those things and they're more than 2 children in the household. If I tell you that I don't want the help, that's a lie. I am more than willing to accept help, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The only problem that I have is when people receive all of those things or receive any of those things and they don't use them to their advantage, or they're not being used for the children. That's when I have a problem with it. But other than that, welfare is a touchy subject. Financial aid, financial assistance is a touchy subject. So I won't go into detail about it. But like I said, I am not above it, and I am all for it. And I think that it's a good program if it's being utilized for the children, and if it's being utilized to help the family. I'm all for it. The next question that I've gotten a lot is my religion. I don't know why I've gotten that question, but I did. I saw it a couple times in my inbox. As far as my religion, we're Baptist. There's not really much to say about that. We don't go to church every single Sunday, and really we don't go every month. But we are religious in a sense, and my children do or have gone to a Christian academy daycare, or a daycare that's based off of the Baptist or Christian upbringing. Pretty much any of their questions that they have kind of get answered there. I don't really know a whole lot about the Bible, and I can't quote scriptures and verses, but the things I do know, I do believe in. So I am a believer in God, and I am a Baptist. Everyone has their own thing. If my children grow up to be different, that's fine. I'm not against it. If you're different, that's fine. I'm not against you. I'm just answering. So the next question that I got, that I actually get a lot, is how do I deal with my children in public, or how do I get like dirty looks in public and all that stuff. Okay, let me just say that yes, most of the time I do get like looks like, oh my gosh, she has so many children, or people will ask me, just come straight out and ask me like, are all of those yours? Like, I get that a lot. I can't even begin to tell you how much I get that. For one, they tell me it's because I look really, really young, but however, I really feel like it really doesn't matter if they are or aren't mine. They're with me. And most of the time when people find out that they are my children, they're just kind of like, wow, you know, like, really? It's a mixture of, you know, positive and negative things always. I never have like one day where, like, if I go to different places where I get all positive things from people. Some people are negative in the sense like they'll give you dirty looks, or they'll go, oh wow, you know, I don't know how you do that, or whatever. And my answer is always this: everyone's not capable of, you know, loving so many people. Everyone's not capable of being there for so many people, but I am, and God chose me. So, you know, that's your business and this is my business. Regardless of how big my family gets, I do expect my children to act a certain way in public. And there have been times when I see my, you know, like my children will go out and I'll see like another child with their parent, and they're completely out of control. And my children kind of sit back and look at them like, wow. You know, so my children aren't perfect. They do a lot of things in public that I'm like not always like, oh yeah, that's my baby. My kids have like called out someone in public. I really can't stand when a child yells or screams in public. It's very embarrassing to me. And even if it's not my child, it's embarrassing for me, for you as a parent. But yeah, so I kind of just deal with it. Me, when I go out with my husband, it's not, I mean, we don't really care. That's them. That's not us. If they have a problem with it, then so be it. If you are one of those people, then just understand that we really don't care. Our family's gonna grow. The one thing that does aggravate me, I won't lie, the one thing that does aggravate me is when people look at us as a big family and just think, oh my gosh, because of the number of children that I have, or because of how many there are of us as a family, and not at the fact that we're just normal people who are raising 4 children, and we're just normal. Like, there's nothing going on with us. We're not, you know, doing anything to hurt anybody. Our children aren't bad children. We're just raising a big family. There's nothing wrong with that. So that kind of aggravates me the most, but whatever. I really don't tend to take to those negative comments. And if you have negative comments about big families, then that's your business. But I love my family, and I don't care how big we get. We're going to always love each other, and we're going to always be there for each other no matter what. Alright, so that is all of the questions, and I answered them to the best of my abilities. So if you do have any other questions or comments, just please let me know, and I will see you guys later. Bye.